So this is everything you need to do the oil change. 10 mil for undoing the splash guard bolts. I believe older ones it is 30 mil. 17 to undo the sump plug. 36 for undoing the oil filter housing. And sump plug gasket, washer I should say, and oil filter, and of course somewhere to drain the old oil and some new oil. First thing I'm going to do is remove the splash guard, and I think there is enough room, at least for XC90, to do it without lifting the car. So before draining the oil, you want to warm up the engine. Doesn't have to be hot, but it just makes it quicker when it's warmed up a bit. So put this out of here. I usually wait until it starts dripping, and then I'll put back some plug with new washer. And I tighten it. So the correct tightening torque for this is 38 Newton meters, but I usually just do it by hand. It doesn't have to be super tight. And if you have some brake cleaner, you can just clean it a little bit. This has a small oil leak somewhere, so it is pretty dirty at the moment. And that's it under here. So usually I don't put the splash guard back before I finish with everything else, in case something falls down, or if I want to check that there's no oil leaks. Next thing is to remove the old oil filter, which is just there. So we need 36 sockets for that. good to put some rags or some paper just down there, because it will leak some oil. So it's good if you can turn it around straight away so it won't leak. Pull out the oil filter. And then I usually wash the plastic housing with some brake cleaner. And then put on new O-ring. Put on the new filter. And that's it. It's ready to go back. So before you put it back, you want to put some oil on the threads here and on this O-ring, so it's all nice and oily. Otherwise it's going to be a lot of work to get it open again when you're doing the next oil change. So what I do, I always pour some oil on the threads here and on the O-ring, and then it just makes it easy for the next time. It's meant to be tightened to 25 Newton meters. I usually just make sure it's all the way in, and then just a little bit more. And because it has O-ring there, it doesn't have to be super tight. And then a little bit of brake cleaner and wipe off the old oil around it. And you're all ready to put the new oil in. So I've put in about 5.5 liters now. I'm going to start it up for a bit. That just helps the engine to fill the oil filter with oil, and then your oil level will be accurate. So you'll turn it off and wait for maybe half a minute to a minute, and then use the dipstick to check the oil level. So it's been about a minute. So dipstick and check where it's at. So you can see it is pretty well on 3/4 mark. And what I'm going to do now is I'll hook up the diagnostic computer and see what it thinks the oil level is. As you can see, I already put too much oil in, so I'm gonna have to drain a little bit. You are supposed to aim for about 70%. So last thing I'll do is reset the service reminder. For you can do it on most of the Volvos. There are some, or at least P2 Gen. There are some in year like 2000, 2001 whereby it doesn't work and you need the computer to do it. But everything, I believe 2002 or 2003 and newer, you can do it yourself. So what you have to do is you just, with ignition off, you just press down this trip button and then turn the ignition on. And then we're gonna wait until this triangle will start flashing. Once it does, you release the button, and that's it. You turn the ignition off, and it's all reset. But you have to release it while it's still flashing. If you wait too long, then it doesn't work.